Luke Shaw is coming back to rescue Manchester United's defence and probably rescue Ten Hag's strategy and his plan going forward. Yes, he is back on the comeback trail, chomping at the bit, I'm hearing, ready to get back into this United team. I did tell a little white light, it's not all positive. We've got updates on other injury news regarding centre midfielders and centre forwards, dare I say it. Also news on Bruno Fernandes, a bit on Greenwood, and some more news about what is going to happen to Old Trafford, i.e. Sir Jim Radcliffe, and a bit of a swerve ball right at the end of the show. I've also got an update on the members competition, which we set up yesterday and is live today, guys. I'll keep you all posted on that. But first of all, welcome to the show. I'm Adam. This is the United Vibe. We are talking everything Manchester United. We have to obviously start the show by thanking everyone within Manchester, the whole Manchester area, for the fantastic send-off that Sir Bobby Charlton got today. It was his funeral today. Legends, former players, representatives from clubs all over European football and all over the world were there today to celebrate the life of Sir Bobby Charlton, absolute legend of the football club. He had an amazing send-off. Manchester weather came in force as well to send him off. Gale force winds, rain, didn't stop the show, and everyone, absolutely amazing effort in turning up for that funeral today. God bless you, Sir Bobby Charlton, absolute legend of this football club. Hello, everyone in the chats. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all not being battered also by Storm Debbie. Debbie's wrath today. Oh my God, we're having an extension at my house at the moment, and we just opened everything up as you do, and then the heavens open and in blows Debbie. Nightmare, but we're getting around it. We work on it. But who said I look like Luke Shaw? Come on, seriously. Chunk Berto? Nah, not me. Not me, surely not. But yes, Shawberto Carlos, Shawdina, however you want to call him. I've posed a question to you guys already. Where do you want Luke Shaw to come back? Not everyone's happy with the centre-back partnerships at the moment, and people are not too keen on the old Lindelof Maguire. Should Luke Shaw come in at centre-back? Should Luke Shaw go back out on the left? People are already on to the comments saying it's because we need him on the left because Rashford's form has died and fallen off a cliff. I'm one in the thinking of we cannot use another player's injury to give another player an excuse for playing so crap, which Rashford has been doing. But yes, I understand the system and what Ten Hag wants to do. I alluded to it at the start of this video. Ten Hag definitely needs a player like Luke Shaw back, not only for his leadership, for the standards he sets on the pitch, but his sheer quality down that left-hand side. Oh, dear God, we have missed that massively. But Luke Shaw did do a job for us last season, and everyone's been all right with Reguilon's form. Malacia's not a million miles away either. Should Luke Shaw be slotting into that little left-hand side of centre-back? I don't know, guys. It's a possibility. It's a bleeding option, isn't it? Because let's be honest, it's not the best defence in the world, even though somehow we are top of the form chart, which is touched on yesterday. But one thing I didn't bring up yesterday, Andre Onana is only one clean sheet away from being top of the Golden Glove. What is going on right now? I swear to God, this has been an absolutely mind-blowing season already. But yes, would you like to see Luke Shaw back in a United shirt? I'm going to answer for you because I know the answer automatically for every United fan is yes. Would you like to see Luke Shaw alongside Rashford down that left-hand side again? Or are we liking Rashford on the right-hand side? I mean, Rashford has done damage on that right-hand side. I think the goal he scored this season was from the right. Most of his assists have come from the right. And all the damage that he has done has been on that side. So should we be sticking Rashford out on the right and maybe seeing what Luke Shaw does alongside Garnacho, for instance? Whichever way you look at it right now, Luke Shaw being back in a Manchester United shirt and ready to go. And we've seen him, he was there at the funeral today for Sir Bobby Charlton. Great turnout, like I just said a second ago, and good that some of the actual current Manchester United players have actually turned up. And I think fitting that a few of the English boys turned up as well. I love the fact that they laid out the youth team in front of Old Trafford. Nick Cox was there as well, and I thought that was the most fitting part, actually. Like a guard of honour from the youth team today. That was brilliant outside Old Trafford. And then just seeing all the faces, all the old faces for him today, it was absolutely fantastic. But it was good to see Luke Shaw there. And obviously, I think it's good to see Luke Shaw just back in any form, just to see his face. that happy chappy Luke Shaw face back in and around everything around Manchester United. That's what we wanted to see, and that's what we're going to get very, very soon. I've been told he's going to be available for selection after the international break. Fully rested, fully ready to go for crazy season, which is this next few months. Obviously, we know what comes with the crazy fixture lists around Christmas. Then the FA Cup starts, Champions League, maybe. It starts again come February, March. It's full-on football all the way through. The last international break. Guys, I will get you through this international break. I know it is horrible. I know it's a pain in the fucking ass. Honestly, it is just one more, and then we're done with it all the way to the end of winter. And then we can concentrate solely on normal football, the real deal. Having Manchester United where we are now, and everyone, have you seen it? Have you seen all the pundits trying to sort of like find a way of how Manchester United are playing? They're all saying you need this style of play, you need that. I'm leading one of them. I want to see a style of play. I want to see more. But it's just funny watching them all squirm and go, well, actually, you can't take Manchester United out the reckoning, can you? They've just staggered into 6th place in the league and are now in the reckoning for top 4 again all of a sudden. I mean, who'd have thought we've been picking up 6 points on Spurs over the last couple of weeks? Well, I tell you, I didn't see it coming, but we're there. And with players like Luke Shaw coming back, bolstering our ranks, then maybe we can use this as a bit of a momentum burst, a little bit of a kickstart. You've got away with murder in the first 2 months of the season, United. Take a step back, international break over, and then bang, here we go. Let's get to the real stuff. That first game back against Everton is going to be a nightmare now because they're picking up form as well. And guys, obviously a bit of an update, and I'll always keep updating you on everything with Top of the League as well. That was a great watch along that me and Craig did yesterday. If you haven't watched the clips from that watch along, that first joint watch along, no one else is doing it out there. We love what we do, and I know you guys love that channel as well and everything we do on it. It is about every club in the Premier League and European football. So yeah, go check out the clips from that watch along, and then maybe you come and join me and Craig again when we come back from the international break. It was a ball, it was a laugh, but we're conjuring up something tasty for when that international break's finished. And who'd have thought you'd have been seeing a United and the Liverpool fan watching an Everton United game? Now there's a mind twist for you. God knows what's going to happen in that, but that is coming, everyone. So you've got to tune into that as well on Top of the League. I'm mixing it up on my channel. I'm bringing you the daily content, as you know, but obviously there is going to be more. I like doing videos like this. I like doing videos that really matter to the club and something that people don't really want to talk about as much. It's not clickbait. It's just serious. And Manchester United, I've got one of their best defenders and best players, some would say was player of the year last season, coming back. And it just gives me confidence going forward that we've got a little bit of stability going back, because you've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka coming back. He was only missing the other day because he was ill. We were told that. And if you've got Wan-Bissaka one side, you've got Luke Shaw the other side, or in centre-back. I'm still waiting for that vote. I'll give it another 20 minutes before we finish that vote up and move on from there. But yeah, I just look at it and I go, more options is good for Manchester United. The more, the merrier. And for me, I just feel like Luke Shaw coming back is just going to give the team a boost. I think he's a leader. And I think right now we need that quality of player there. Someone he's going to be reliable. And you know what? His form wasn't fantastic before he got injured. Maybe that's because he was injured. We know that we forced a few defenders back. And I think the biggest mistake Manchester United made this season was forcing Luke Shaw, Martinez, players like this who were carrying injuries clearly into playing games. It looked like we forced Varane back too soon as well. And that's another story, as we know, guys. But let's be honest, having Luke Shaw back, whether it's centre-back, whether it's left-back, the quality that he brings is definitely going to help Manchester United in this next run of games, because the games are tough. I mean, Everton, Newcastle, Chelsea coming up, the Champions League games against Galatasaray, Bayern Munich. We are going to need everyone at our disposal, and we are going to need everyone firing on all cylinders. Luke Shaw is a massive, massive plus point for us right now. Let's have a look at what some of you guys are saying. The sooner Delo is shifted from the team permanently, the better, says Trevor Wade. Oof, Jimmy Johnson. Sweden in the house. Let's go, Adam. Hello, mates. Adam branching out to the content. Yes, Asha, I am. Eric Tenag said, we're playing the same style as last season. Yeah, well, you look at the goal difference, and you can't really argue with him there, can you? We seem to be getting the wins, but we're not getting anywhere in terms of style and substance, you would say. Big up Adam in the chat. Alien Tenno is here, absolutely buzzing with everyone. I agree, Sponge. We were maybe a bit better last year, but not much better. Rashford just bailed us out in a purple patch, and he has won every 4 seasons. Some were saying Rashford's basically just before his big contract comes around, always plays well. And you know what? There were many players that used to do that over the years. They really did up the game on contract renewal season. It always happened. But yeah, I mean, I look at Luke Shaw's another one of them players that has just got a big contract. Let's not forget that. And him coming back, I think he can set high standards again. That's what Luke Shaw does. I mean, he's not a captain for me, but he could be a captain in a way of like he sets them standards, them examples on the pitch, and he's one of them players that others would look to. You know what I mean? He came through into this United team at a very, very young age. Let's not forget he was a teenager when he came to Manchester United. He's seen it all. He's not won the lot. He is Manchester United, and he's not going to stop. Wait, come on. That deserves a like on its own, doesn't it? I just made up a new verse. Come on. Luke Shaw's now finally got a song. Anyway, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I got a great reaction to that one. Cheers, you lovely lot. It's supposed to be a positive video tonight, everyone. I told you I'm going to get you through international break, and this is my job. My sole purpose is to help you guys. And yeah, honestly, I'm going to answer my question that I posed to you guys, actually, which is Luke Shaw, I think. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Luke Shaw alongside Reguilon. I would play Luke Shaw at centre-back. I would play him alongside Varane at centre-back. That's my team. I'd have Reguilon on the left, and then I'd have Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. I just feel like I just think it's more solid. We've got better passes of the ball. We've got more mobile players. I just feel like we are, as well as Harry Maguire has been playing, and I'll touch on Maguire as well and the whole vindication story that's been doing the rounds. Yes, he has been good, but let's be honest, he's been doing good for his standards. I just feel like there are levels, and we've got players at different levels. And if we accept that Luke Shaw and Johnny Evans are our best centre-back partnership because of tactics, then we're going to stay in 6th and 7th place because that is their level. You've got World Cup winners and Champions League winners out at the moment. They're the top 4, third in the league level. Proof is in the pudding. Look at last season where we finished. Characters, leaders, and winners brought us to that trophy. Casemiro in the final. I think Varane, the amount of games that he actually played. Excuse me, T's repeating on me. The amount of games that Varane actually played last season made a massive difference. Luke Shaw being absolutely immense throughout the season. This is why we got to third in the league, because Ten Hag has said that we're playing the same as we was last season. Yeah, last season, and Leacher as well, obviously, well put, Rajad. I was definitely one. And I look at it and I go, yeah, we are playing the same as last season, but we're missing key players. And like someone said in the chat earlier, Rashford isn't having a purple patch anymore. That's all we're doing. We're finding ways to win games. We're like that Sunday league team that just goes out and doesn't really care about what the opposition do. We just play and then hope that we get one more goal than them. And that is all it is, one more goal. We're basically holding on to 1-0 leads, and it's effective. You can't really argue that we've got 4 wins in the last 5. But I think that style and that particular sort of hope of winning games and that being consistent is going to be put to the test when we come back from international break. And it does start at Goodison Park. And I know what you're saying. Look where Everton are in the league. No, it doesn't. That accounts for absolutely nothing away from home. Ask Liverpool against Luton. They'll tell you exactly what they feel about lower league teams that haven't really got a chance. Everton looked down and out under Dyche early on in the season. But this Everton side right now, they've found something. They've found a way of playing. I think if you watch it back, I was listening to Match of the Day in terms of, I think it was Ashley Williams was talking about, because he used to play for Everton. He was talking about how Dyche has found his Dyche format at Everton. He's got players playing in certain positions now that he likes to play a certain way. So Manchester United will have to have everything about them when we go to Goodison Park. And I feel like everything about us means every player that is of quality available and playing for us. Rafael Varane now is going to be sat on his ass for 2 weeks. Obviously, he's going to be training. He's not going to be doing nothing. He's going to be sat on his ass for 2 weeks, like Luke Shaw. 2 fully fit defenders, raring to go. Reguilon, you can add to that as well. Another player there that's going to be available for us. We should have a fully fit, firing backline. You think about it right now. There's only Harry Maguire who's going on international duty, really, and Victor Lindelof. You've got Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who isn't going international duty. You've got Luke Shaw not going. You've got Rafael Varane, who's not going. And who's the other one I was just talking about then? I can't remember. It was Reguilon. You've got a full back four there that's fully rested. Going away from home, straight after an international break or a European game, we know what it's like. We know how difficult it is. You've got a full back line there that isn't playing, that is fully rested and raring to go against an Everton side that are just going to be preying on Manchester United's nerves. And I just see experience in that back line and no nonsense defending. So for me, that would be my back four in that game. Luke Shaw, I would play him at centre-back. I really would. I would play him there. I know everyone's going to give Maguire that shout. I mean, actually, guys, let me know what you think in terms of who you would play in that back four when we come back. All right, actually, let me double-check exactly. So I'm just going to check, see where the vote is at. Plenty of votes going in. Everyone's saying Luke Shaw. 67% are saying Luke Shaw at left-back. I do feel like, yeah, that would be everyone's natural fit, and everyone's talking about Rashford and Rashford's form creeping up. Again, if Luke Shaw is there, I understand that, and I understand the dynamic that them two have got, and it works better. But did it not work well in Copenhagen with Wan-Bissaka and Rashford on that right-hand side? I don't want to move Rashford back to the left. I think he's better on the right-hand side, naturally on that side. I think it forces him to do more with the ball. And then that sort of contradicted myself a little bit, because when it came to the game against Luton at weekend, he just stopped playing. And that's why I was really going in on him. But he really just needs to have a look at himself and just decide what he wants to do. He looks like a man troubled again at the moment. He looks like the man of the season before last, where he admitted that he had struggles and mental problems himself. Guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the United Vibe if you are watching for the first time. It's been an absolutely brilliant renaissance with everyone on the channel, and all the new members, all the new subscribers that have come in over the last month. It's been a bonanza of a first month back, and we've hit some amazing numbers. Let's carry on this ride, and let's see ourselves through this painful international break. I am here for you like you are for me. We're going to do this together. We don't have to watch crap England games. I mean, I'm not going to do anything with England. Honestly, the two most uninspiring England games you could imagine. Well, I did say it was a positive show. I did tell a little white lie. We've got updates on everything. Actually, I was talking about players who aren't going international duty. It leads me into this next part of the show, actually, in terms of the players that are out. And the players that are out, obviously, are a spine of Danish contingent in Rasmus Hojlund. Rasmus. I hope that one isn't as bad as word is at the moment. I'm waiting for updates on Rasmus. Ericsson, well, he gets an injury every few months, doesn't he, at the moment? I'm not too concerned about that one. I think we've got cover for Ericsson. I hope that Hannibal gets his ride as well now, in terms of that chance to come in and do his thing, because there's one player that definitely deserves it. I think it's him and his energy. Super chat in from Kieran. Cheers for that, Kieran, my man. Adam, do you think United will finish in the top four? Oh, I said fifth. I think fifth. And I think that'll probably get us into the Champions League, simply because as the Premier League is going to get that extra place because of how well English teams have done within the Champions League and Europe. Obviously, you've got very strong representation in all European competitions. I mean, West Ham won the Europa Conference League, City won the Champions League, Manchester United got to quarterfinals. Yeah, as good as that was. But yeah, I feel like we will finish fifth at this rate. If we get investment in January, not hopeful. And I think we could probably push a little bit more. If we get everyone back fit, that's definitely going to help us. But the news about Rasmus and Ericsson, like I was going on about then, I just feel like, knowing our luck this season, it's going to be another bad injury. I can't help but feel like them bad vibes whenever a player's injured just keep coming around and keep on knocking us back. It's like not just a little knock. It's like even when Wan-Bissaka comes back after his lengthy stay, he gets bleeding ill. It's like we're a bunch of demics right now. It is the curse of curse. And then I look around the Premier League and I go, well, at least everyone's suffering with it. Jesus. Apart from City, who just lose one player. But yeah, honestly, I just look at it, the Rasmus one, and I'm praying. Honestly, I'm touching wood and touching everything, like literally whatever I can, just to undo that voodoo that we've got this season. Rasmus Hojlund will be a huge miss for Manchester United. Some people look at stats alone and they just go, Rasmus still not scored in the Premier League. Is he all that? 5 goals in the Champions League, a tougher league, some would say. He's definitely showing what he's worth there. Big game player. But people don't see what this man does off the ball as well and what he brings to the rest of the team and how he brings players in. He makes it so much easier. He takes 2 defenders away each time because he's not afraid to take the ball with his back to goal. You cannot get that from Marcus Rashford. And that's what you will have to deal with if Rasmus Hojlund is injured. Because Rashford down the middle, honestly, I can't. I've just got this horrible vision in my head of Rashford, like, and he's got his little Hojlund voodoo doll, and he's just like stabbing it to be injured so Rashford can play a centre forward again and be the main man. Rashford looks like a man who's headline hunting at the moment and wants to shut everyone up. You just got to naturally play your game, Marcus, and just let it come. He looks like he's trying too many things, and for me, it's not working for him at all. If Rasmus Hojlund is injured and out for a sustained period, then honestly, I give up on top 4. We cannot afford to lose him right now. He is finding his feet. He's finding his rhythm with the likes of Garnacho. The link up is there. If we have, I've said it before. I've not got a problem with Rashford being on the right. He has to play better than what he did. I think he deserves to be dropped after the game against Luton. But Hojlund, Garnacho, and Rashford, honestly, I've not got an issue with that. I think the dynamic is really good. I look at Palestri coming in on the right-hand side. That gives us another angle and a different type of threat and a different type of work rate, I would say, because I feel like he would definitely give us more defensively than what Rashford has as well. Being at the game on Saturday, it wasn't a nice watch atmosphere, non-existent, played seemingly awful. Watching back on Match of the Day, it was like watching a different game. So many chances, could have been 5-0, says Sponge 10. Yeah, that's what they look at. People talking about the amount of chances United missed, and it's boring United. This United team reacts off goals. When we go behind, we react. We're not a proactive team, we're a reactive team. Every time we score, we get that lease of life. It's like, oh, it looks great. And then the system and everything that we are in terms of being robust and getting them clean sheets after going in front works for us. Because let's be honest, all the drubbings we got last season, we conceded the first goal. Whenever we score first, it's a different story altogether. It turns out a completely different way. And this is the mental state of this team right now. So, yes, Garnacho should have scored 2 in the first half. Hojlund should have scored 1. Rashford should have scored in the second half. Obviously, we score with Lindelof, so it really could have been 5-0. It is a painful watch. Playing Rashford against a low block team is ineffective. He's a pace merchant, nothing more, says Alien. Rashford is a glorified Dan James, says Trevor Wade. I hope we get Roberto Carlos back and not Frey Bentos back, says Big T. Good one, mate. I like it. You're up there with the comments of the day with that one. And yeah, Shaw being back, Hojlund not being out for a sustained amount of time. It's like, I think, who was it on Sky today who said it with Manchester United? I think it was Danny Mills, said it is always 1 step forward and 2 steps back with Manchester United. In terms of the style of play, the results, they get a couple of good games and then they have a big crash back down to earth. I would put it across as well as 2 steps forward, 3 steps back in terms of the injuries and the flow of the team and being a sustained, consistent lineup for Manchester United. It's like, I'm talking about Luke Shaw coming back now. Brilliant stuff. And then I'm counteracting that with losing Rasmus Hojlund and Christian Eriksen in the same breath. It's not conducive to consistent performances. It really isn't. 100 likes on the video. Cheers for that, guys. Let's get that up as quick as possible. Do like the video. Subscribe to the United Vibe as well. And if you did want to be a legend, you could become a member. The link is in the description for this video. If you did want to become a member, you would automatically have the chance to enter the competition for the retro Manchester United shirt. Just going to actually quickly show you that, guys. The likes just prompted me into this one. But yes, anyone who's a member, you would have seen the post earlier on today. We already have 15 entrants into the draw that will be made live after we come back after international break. It is the 1988 away retro blue jersey, my favourite. I did pick this one. It was my choice. Hope you all like it. It will be delivered to your door when the draw is made. But yes, the community post is out now for all members. So if you are a member and you're watching this stream and you've missed it, get onto it, because you're going to need to have entered into that community post for you to be into the draw. So, guys, yes, get onto that and give yourself the chance of winning that via me and the kit man. I will be talking more about that when it comes to the draw and the help that he has given to the channel as well going forward. Yeah, moving on. We're hearing some, well, it's... I never really take any transfer stories seriously when it comes to this time of year. I feel like the end of November, going into December, you start to look at the transfers and you go, okay, right, let's just weigh this one up properly, because the transfer window opens at the end of December, obviously, as we know. Anything now, I start to think, well, yeah, I can't really take it seriously. But the Saudis' interest in Bruno Fernandes, for instance, 100 million. Who would actually let Bruno Fernandes go? I mean, you know what? Actually, I'm going to end that poll and I'm going to do a new one right now. Bear with me a second, guys, but I put it in. This is your question right now. Would you sell Bruno in January for 100 million? 100 million. That is up now in the chat, everyone. That's your question. It is a resounding no for me. I'm just posting this out here. I'm not revving any engines. I'm not winding people up. I'm not spreading negativity about our captain. I would never do that. Not against my man Bruno. Of course not. But there are plenty of Bruno haters out there. And I just want to see and test the vibe within the chat right now to see where you guys are at with Bruno Fernandes. I think his form over the last few games has got a bit better. That goal boosted him, I feel, at Fulham a couple of weeks ago. I thought he played well then. Obviously, he got the penalty and stuck that away top bins against Copenhagen. I thought he played all right against Luton. He was very simple with what he was doing. I thought he was workmanlike. I'm loving what the comments are coming back with now. This is what I was hoping for. 500 million, you can have Bruno, says UK Strange. Bruno in today's market is worth 150 plus. It says Trevor, for 100 million, I'd send him to space. Never mind Saudi. I'd take 60 million and reinvest it, i.e. technical 10. Ooh, there's a Bruno hater right there in United Spotlight. Yes, not a chance. Maybe 200 million, says Stephen. No, Bruno can go for 250 million. Quarter of a bill. Oof, that's what Sir Jim Ratcliffe's about to add into Manchester United, isn't it? I mean, yes. Guys, let's get the likes up as well. Stephanie's just put a comment up there as well. We're on 117. Let's try and get it up to 150. That's our next target as well. Bruno Fernandes, everyone. For me, I'm not selling Bruno for anything. I just don't think there's a replacement out there for him, for what he does and what he creates for us. And I just feel like right now that story has to be put on the ridiculous list. Did you guys take anything at all from that other stupid story regarding Victor Osimhen and people saying, there's some headline hunters out there saying Osimhen loves United, gives biggest Premier League hint ever. If you read the story, you would read that was a load of crap. And basically, he's got no favourite team in England. His brother, who he nicked 2 football shirts off, one being Chelsea and one being, of course, Manchester United. Victor Osimhen is not coming to United. So just let that one go alongside the Bruno to Saudi for 100 million category. That ain't happening, people, I'm afraid. If you got to get your hopes up of losing Bruno, or if you thought that Victor Osimhen was going to be the answer in coming to United, that's never going to happen. We haven't got enough money for that, and I don't think United are ever going to be, or not in the next or in the foreseeable future, in the market for a £80 million plus player. I really don't think we will be. We haven't got the finances for it. Again, I wait with bated breath, like the rest of you guys, for the Sir Jim Radcliffe news and updates, but I just don't see it having any legs at all in terms of helping us out come January and any players coming into Manchester United. I just don't think it's a goer, and it just looks like an impossibility for me, for United to do any business at all. Even looking into the summer transfer window, it looks pretty bleak for us. So, yeah, I would say if we are going to bring anything in, you'd have to start saying we'd have to sell the likes of Bruno for 100 million. But yeah, that ain't happening. That is not happening. Quick shout out to everyone for watching last night's stream and bigging up Jay, who was in with us. First time I spoke to Jay in a while. We had a good chat. That was a really good show. And obviously, I've put it out there to the members as well in another community post a couple of weeks ago in terms of the content you guys would like. Guest shows are definitely on that list. Longer live streams. And obviously, different types of content, which I am bringing. And trust me, I'm bringing it along with other guests as well. Other things are being worked on behind the scenes, guys. So, yes, stay tuned for all the updates on that as well. But, yeah, Bruno, Osimhen, I think let's just throw that one in the bin because it's not happening, is it? Definitely not happening. And I just can't see United ever being able to have a productive January ever again. Not well. We've got the purse strings firmly tied as they are right now. It's horrible to say. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to seem negative about it. I just want to be real and break it to you, slap you across the face with it and say, no, it ain't happening. It's definitely not happening. The way that United is run right now. The finances that are coming in to Manchester United. So Jim Radcliffe, that news is going to be coming to us one day in the next couple of weeks, maybe. I think definitely before we come back from international duty, hopefully. So Jim Radcliffe, it has come out from his party again that we will not be buying or we will not be funding a new stadium. So that whole glitzy glamour sort of Spurs dream that some United fans had and was the only way Manchester United could propel themselves back to the top and be the best in class in different departments within football would be to have a shiny new stadium. Well, that's not happening. So Jim Radcliffe, his investment initially is going into the training facilities, which does need improving. The majority of it, you start to wonder exactly how good this new training facility is going to be. If he's spending upwards of 200 million on it, then it is going to be something else, isn't it? I mean, it looks like he's going to start redeveloping Carrington. It wasn't so long ago, actually, that the news went right under the radar that Manchester United turned down a £200 million new training complex. With the Glazers in charge, I'm not surprised, really. 200 million, seeing no return on that. Yeah, that's not a Glazeronomics thing, that is it? Definitely not. If it was a player that had played in a Champions League, that had won a World Cup, that's going to sell shirts for a couple of years and bring back that money, I mean, maybe, yeah, maybe. But actually improving infrastructure and actually thinking of the future, nah, that's not in Glazeronomics. Definitely not. Gaz79 says Ivan Toney is the guy we should be looking for. Yeah, GoFundMe page, says Aliens. Try and get Old Trafford back up to scratch. Yes. Yeah, honestly, Manchester United right now, I mean, the priority is the playing staff for me. As crap as Old Trafford is and deteriorating, I mean, it's not crap. I say that just because I'm comparing it to other stadiums and it looks like it's on its last legs compared to the shiny brand new stadiums. But I love Old Trafford. I love the nostalgia. I love the history of it. I love my memories there, and they will all go if we did go to a new stadium. I'm not slagging him. I'm just slagging it off for the fact that we have just let it deteriorate, and such a massive, famous stadium in world football is now being laughed at by opposition fans, pundits, reporters, journalists, and all the media from around the world turning up to Old Trafford and going, "What is this?" I mean, we are supposed to be up there alongside the Barcelonas and Real Madrids of this world, and you've seen Real Madrid have managed to turn their stadium into a retractable pitch, 100-seater state-of-the-art stadium while still playing. Now that is best in class. That is the different level. They've got the Bernabeu, and it now looks like that Spurs stadium from the outside. They've improved it. They've made it look more modern. They've upped the capacity, which will end up bleeding paying for all the improvements. That's a real bleeding. I mean, yeah, Bundesliga, geez, La Liga is corrupt, and everything about Madrid and Barcelona. You could have a 2-hour conversation about that and how it's wrong and what happens there and how that league is run. But that's still being done. They've found a way to play a full season without losing much capacity and stay there and then make it look the way it looks now with that retractable pitch. My God, that's a big club. That is number one right there. That's what United should be striving for. Not what David Moyes said and striving to be like Manchester City, clown. Real Madrid is the benchmark. That is what a big, big club is. Manchester United used to be mentioned in the same breath as Real Madrid. And now we're just a million light years behind them. It is actually crazy how far we are behind Real Madrid because we're literally miles away from anyone above us in the league right now in terms of how the club is being run. But yeah, in terms of infrastructure and actually acting like a big club, Real Madrid are right up there. Who's going to jump on this new membership? Honest Tiger, I think that's your third donation of membership for the week. Guys, jump on it now and you'll be able to get your name possibly on the back of that shirt, that retro 1988 shirt in the giveaway. Who is going to take? Make sure you please thank Honest Tiger when you do snap up that membership, guys, whoever gets it. And please be a ball and actually put the message in the comment section thanking our man, the Honest Tiger, for donating that membership. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much again, my friend. Brilliant. Honest Tiger, a.k.a. Santa, is back, says Kaz. Yes, Christmas is round the corner. Oof. I get someone saying Eriksen is out for a month there. I need to check on the headlines and make sure on that. I'll speak to the powers that be and try and find out how long we're looking at. I mean, Eriksen, like I said before, I wasn't too concerned about him. I want him in the team. I want everyone available, but I feel like Mount gets a chance, Hannibal gets a chance. It's the Rasmus Hojlund one which scares the living hell out of me in terms of Rashford then being moved into the middle. Or we've got to rely on Martial playing 90 minutes for the first time in 4 years. Nah, it's not going to work, and it definitely isn't going to help Manchester United at all moving forward. And Ten Hag's plans go out the window, I feel. We're really struggling if Rasmus Hojlund goes down injured. That's what I feel. Amrabat gets a chance as well. I mean, right now, guys, who is your striker? Let me know in the comment section. We've moved on from all the stories now, so it's your part of the show, everyone. If you've got any questions, get your questions in. Ask me now. But I'm putting this one out there. Who would you rather see as centre forward if Rasmus Hojlund's injury is prolonged? Oh, that is a bad one. Get your comments in now. Let's see how this poll's actually doing as well right now. Would you sell Bruno Fernandes for 100 million? 66%. You disgrace. You disgraceful people. I love you all still, but to get rid of Bruno in January, 67% of this chat right now want Bruno out of the club in January. That is a little bit harsh. Do you not feel? Fran there with a good comment saying that Kobe Mainu gets a chance. Yes, he does. This is why Eriksen, yes, a miss, but we would be okay, I feel, with Eriksen. Rasmus, on the other hand, yeah, it scares the living hell out of me having to deal with either Martial or Rashford in that number 9 position. I feel like Rashford's chomping at the bit to get back in that number 9. I really do. Gaz79 says, Adam, have you seen the next 6 fixtures? Mate, I know, it is quite scary, isn't it? It is. I'm thinking, what was it? I think it's Everton. We've got Everton, we've got Galatasaray, we've got Newcastle, we've got Chelsea. I think we've got Liverpool coming up as well. Obviously, Bayern Munich as well. Oh, God. Hello, Gabrielle. We haven't got one. Mount False 9 is the best I can offer, says United Spotlight. Scotty is centre forward, says Sponge 10. No, Scott can't play with his back to goal. We know this. We know that. Well, he can, but all he does is pass it back from where it came from. So no, Scott is not the answer for our number 9 issues. He really isn't. No, I wouldn't put Garnacho there either. Mount can do. Mason can do anything. There is one striker who would have loved the opportunity to play number 9 for Manchester United, but we know how he ruined his Man United career. There are rumours coming out as well today that Getafe want to extend Mason Greenwood's contract over there in the Spanish capital. Mason Greenwood, I think he's got, in like 10 games, I think he's got 6 goal contributions, 3 assists and 3 goals. He's having a decent season. They've taken to him well over there. I mean, only Manchester United would find themselves in this predicament right now, having got rid of one of the brightest young prospects out of their academy for obvious reasons, rightfully so. And we really need a number 9. There's one there who's actually on our books that we cannot use. This is just a soap story, which is Manchester United right now. It's unbelievable. You could not write it. I mean, guys, you've seen the documentaries going around on Netflix at the moment. They are compelling viewing, from Sly Stallone, Beckham, Robbie Williams, anything that's going on right now. I feel like Manchester United could easily do a Prime Video right now, just dealing with all of this that's going on off the pitch. Wow. It is just, you cannot. I mean, Hollywood would pay you millions for this script right now. Adam, you need to start your show at 7. Oh, sorry, Paddy, mate. I can't fit everyone in, I'm afraid. It just suits at the moment. I think it works really well, and it gives people a chance just to come in as well. But just to recap for anyone that is tuning in, obviously, Manchester United today, we're finding out that Rasmus Hojlund and Christian Eriksen have both withdrawn from the Denmark squad. We are talking that Luke Shaw is going to be back after the international break, though. Great news. Chomping at the bit, raring to go. I've asked the question, should he play at centre-back? Should he play at left-back? Let me know what you think. That poll has been and gone now. People in this chat, actually, right now, 67%. I'm going to end this, actually. I'm going to end this poll now. 65%. He brought a few votes back. Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United fan base has spoken within the United vibe. It wasn't me, Bruno. I love you. Always will. But yes, a lot of people want to sell you for over 100 million to the Saudis in January. What's happened to this fan base? Seriously. Play Ahmad as false 9. Fran, you've opened up a can of worms there, my friend. I forgot all about Arman Ahmad, who is also back on his feet training. So you think about it. Let's spin a full positive right now on Manchester United. Yes, Rasmus Hojlund and Christian Eriksen have pulled out. We don't know how serious Rasmus Hojlund is yet for certain. We'll try and find out. Let's pray that he's okay. But Luke Shaw is coming back, ready to go. Kobe Mainoo has played with the under-19s. He is fit and raring to go. Malacia is not a million miles away. Wan-Bissaka was only ill. He's not had a recurrence of any injury, so he will be fit and raring to go. And then you've got to add to that, you've got Amad Diallo coming back as well. Oh, some people giving Donny a shout there, Big T. I think Donny's days are done. I think if one midfielder was going to leave in January, it would be Donny van der Beek. That guy, oh my God, it's like, where's your career gone? We have destroyed Donny van der Beek at Manchester United. Let's be honest. We have absolutely finished his career. I hate to say that, but that is another reality statement right there. Donny van der Beek has been poleaxed by United. It's horrible. I don't want to see it. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but facts are facts. Spade's a spade. Donny's been crap. He's not done enough when he's played. And Manchester United has eaten him alive and spat him back out to the reserves. Honestly, Mainoo intrigues me. Ahmad excites me. Luke Shaw being back gives me more security and hope. And the fixtures that are coming up, I feel like now we can look at this and go, we have got a bit of optimism going forwards. We just pray that that injury to Rasmus is not serious, because we need him in this team. We need that battle-hardened centre-forward. He has done so much for us over these last few months. Absolutely immense performances, and people won't pick up on it. But his work rate is phenomenal. and his link-up play with other players and how he brings people in. Honestly, the man should have had about 5 assists already this season, but for our crap finishing in front of goal, it's let him down. I feel like the rest of the team has let Rasmus Hojlund down. It really has. And I just feel like with everyone coming back, injuries for Luke Shaw, Mainu, Malacia, obviously Amad Diallo's coming back as well. If Rasmus Hojlund stays fit, then Manchester United can make a serious charge. And I would actually say, I'll say this right now, with them players coming back, I feel like Manchester United, out of them next 6 games, I feel like we can go through them unbeaten and actually win 4 of them, I feel. And there's some big games in them as well. And that's a bit of a statement for me. I feel like Manchester United will beat Everton. I think we can finally beat Newcastle because of their injuries. I feel like we will beat Galatasaray with these players coming back, that is. Bayern Munich will get a draw. I think Chelsea, we will beat them at Old Trafford. Liverpool, I feel like that will be a draw at best. But it only happens if Rasmus Hojlund stays fit and every one of these players comes back, has no recurrences of any injuries, and we start playing Rafael Varane again in defence. That is my statement and my look on it all. Another 7-0 loading. So don't, honestly, guys. So you know exactly what is happening. Like with top of the league and everything like that. When these dual watch-alongs come along, we're going to split them in between. I've got some other match day content I want to start doing on this channel as well. So I'm going to be doing watch-alongs. I'm going to be splitting them between this channel and top of the league because I think the dynamic and people just want to see something a little bit different as well, don't they? And that's what it's all about. I don't want to be the same as everyone else. I want to involve you guys in this. You got to love a dreamer, but you're on crack. Beat Newcastle. Yes, James. Look at the injuries that Newcastle have got. It's about time. It's about time everything just reversed the other way. Manchester United can beat Newcastle in that 8 o'clock game. Have you seen who is out for them? It is worse than Manchester United. The whole front line pretty much is dead for Newcastle right now. If there is a good time to play Newcastle, it's right now for me. I just hope that they haven't got any of them players back by the time it comes back round after international break. I feel like that is important. Mark my words, Adam. Varane is finished. Legs have gone. No, David, he's not gone. He's still there and he can play. I understand what you're saying. And yes, the injuries are a concern. But while you've got a fit Varane, you play Varane. It's as simple as that. And then Leo's coming at the bottom there just to ruin it. Isaac is almost back. We got no chance. One player. Come on, Leo. I'm trying to spread the positivity right now within the United fan base. We can turn this around. December is going to be very tall. I give up. Like, literally. It's like every time I make a positive comeback, it's like the 2 steps forward, 3 steps back again. And that's the same with me against the chat right now. It's like I'll make a positive comeback comment, and then someone will come back with a negative one again. I know the games are tough. I know I'm optimistic in what I'm predicting, but you have to sort of try, don't you? At least try. The Honest Tiger says, can you do a stream on who you would sell or keep from the squad of 24? There's going to be different content coming up, obviously, over the international break, guys. So, yeah, stay tuned for all of that. I will be bringing you the live shows and the updates on everything that I know from going on around Manchester United, all the news. We'll talk about it, but there's going to be some different types of content as well. Like that Honest Tiger, stuff like that is coming up. Special videos on certain players, stat-related stuff, and breakdowns of players and certain things going on in the club in a little bit more detail. Different things, different types of content, which is everything that I want to bring to this channel. And that's what you guys want. That's what you guys will get. Simple as that. Grace Sheridan. Adam, would you finish 10th if it meant getting rid of half our team? I will add to that. I would finish 10th if it meant all the deadwood and players that really aren't good enough to be here were gone and the Glazers left because there's no money to be made. That is the perfect one. Levi Jones, Jim to expand the stadium or only fix the roof, Adam? Probably fix the roof because it is an embarrassment. But also, he is going to expand Old Trafford. I think, like everyone knows, if you make an extension on the side of your house, you might as well get the roof all the way across, including the new extension. So I feel like there will be, and the word is that the most likely outcome will be a revamp of the South Stand, the Sir Bobby Charlton stand, quite fitting, obviously, after current events right now with Sir Bobby. But I feel like that would be the obvious, and that is the talk right now. It would take Manchester United's capacity at Old Trafford upwards of 80,000. So, yeah, they really are going to have to put on a show to fill that, aren't they? If we're playing football the way we are at the moment, I don't think many of them new seats are going to be filled. Oh, no, wait. All depends if the Glazers have a say on this as well, because a lot of them will be corporate comfy seats, and we will always fill them, won't we, Glazers? Yes, we will. We will. We'll try and kid fans into paying 400 quid to watch a bleeding game. Christ, my God. Guys, that is it. That is your update on everything Manchester United. Cheers for tuning in. As always, it's been great. New members, super chats, all your comments, bang on the money as always. Don't forget, guys, if you are watching for the first time, do hit that subscribe button. Give the video a like on your way out as well, please. It is absolutely brilliant to have you all in on a Monday night in the middle of, well, the start of an international week. We're in it together, everyone. I told you. We'll get through it. And then it's Everton away. I'll be back tomorrow, everyone. I'll see you then. Have a great evening. Don't get blown away by Storm Debbie. That's my bit of advice before we finish up. Let's do it, people.